This skill will be looking at use order of operations. The learning goal for this video is to look into what BIDMAS is. You might have also heard of the term BODMAS depending on what was taught in primary school. When you enter secondary school, we use the term BIDMAS. The success criteria is to explore the use of brackets and order of operations to write number sentences, and to be able to use BIDMAS on questions to obtain the mathematically correct solution. I've gone ahead and grabbed a few questions from this skill, which can be found in the patterns and algebra topic within the number and algebra strand. This one here is a very plain and simple one. Calculate the answer to the number sentence by using the correct order of operations. Now, if you are familiar with the order of operations of BIDMAS, you can go ahead and just attempt the question, but for those who don't, BIDMAS, we did explore this before within class, just stands for the following. B stands for brackets, the I stands for indices, sometimes also known as order, that's where sometimes BODMAS was used, power. The D stands for division, multiplication for the M, multiplication, let's try that again, there we go, and then addition and subtraction. And what this is, just gives me an order of what I need to accomplish or calculate first within the number sentence from left to right. So in this case here, we're going to look for brackets first. And in this case we see brackets here. This just says that whatever is in the brackets we need to work out first. So 2 plus 6 is 8. And then we just go through the order of BIDMAS afterwards. So indices, nope, there are no powers. Division, nope. Multiplication, yes. In this case we have 8 times 3. So this answer is 24. So again, we'll see the same type of question here. Calculate the answer to the number sentence by using the correct order of operations. But you'll notice that there are 2 brackets. We'll just work out the first one, left to right. So 3 plus 2 is 5. And then the other bracket, 3 plus 3, is 6. So we have 5, which belongs to 3 plus 2, and 6, which belongs to 3 plus 3. And what we're actually working out is 5 times 6. There's no other sign in between. Again, you can go through the order. We just know we have to multiply this to get 30. Now we look into an example where there isn't a signs of any brackets here. No brackets. So then what do we do in this case? So we read it from left to right, and we're going to go brackets, none. Any indices or powers, and power just means any numbers that look like that, 2 to the power of 2 or 5 to the power of 3. In this case, there's nothing like that. Any division? No. Our first rule that we have to apply, or sequence or step, is M for multiplication, and we can see that there is a 4 times 2 that we need to work out first. So this is actually going to be written as 4 plus, in this case 4 times 2 is 8, and then we have the minus 9. So really we're working out 4 plus 8 minus 9. We've done the multiplication. Now we just can go ahead and do the addition. 4 plus 8, which is 12. So our next line is going to be 12, which is 4 plus 8 minus the 9. And then now we can finally do the subtraction. And 12 minus 9 is 3. So the answer in this case will be 3. Now some of you might think, oh, can't we just work that out anyways, just going from left to right? And you'll notice that the answer will be different if you were to read this from left to right. 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16, and 16 minus 9 is 7, which is a completely different answer to 3. So we have to use this set of rules of BIDMAS in order to complete the correct order of operations. So calculate the answer to the numbers sentence by using the correct order of operations for this one here. Now we notice that there are multiple multiplications. What you would do is, because we have these two here, we have a 9 times 2 and we have a 5 times 3, we can write our next line having worked this out both at the same time. So 9 times 2 is 18. Then we have this plus 3 minus 4 plus. Now before we get to plus, we have a 5 times 3, and this is 15. So what I've done is I've just multitasked this multiplication here to get 18, and this multiplication here to get 15. Now I will do the additions. I have 18 plus 3 minus 4 plus 15. What is 18 plus 3? This is 21. And then we have this minus 4 plus 3. So how would we actually write this one out? You've got to be very careful when you consider the sign here, minus 4 plus 15. In this case here, we're not going to work out 4 plus 15, but negative 4 plus 15. And negative 4 plus 15 will give us positive 11. And just to make sure, we will use the negative button here. This is the negative button right here. Negative 4 plus 15. If you are finding your negatives and positives a bit tricky, you're more than welcome to use a calculator. And whenever you get your answer, it's always going to be a positive unless it states a negative. So in this case, this is 11, but more importantly, this is a positive 11. Positive 11. So the 18 plus 3 is where we get our 21. And our negative 4 plus 15 is where we get our plus 11. 21 plus 11 is 32. Now, a bit of a secret, when you have pluses and minuses and you only have that left, so after you've done your multiplications and division, you can actually go ahead and put this into your calculator without working out the additions first and then the subtraction. So for instance, instead of working out this tricky negative plus positive number, let's just put this in from left to right, knowing that there are no divisions or multiplications. 18 plus 3, take away 4, plus 15, and you'll get 32, which is what we achieved here. This can only be done if there are only negatives and positives left over. If there are multiplications within there, you have to work out those multiplications first, and divisions first as well. Okay, we have 2 more examples here. Which statement is correct? Now, this might seem a little bit tricky because we're so used to seeing an equal sign, but in this case we have a less than or greater than symbol between both of these answers. And remember, all this means, how I like to view it, is that this is an alligator, looks like this, with its teeth, so that's for the less than, and this one here, greater than. I picture it as an alligator, and you might have learned this in primary school. And the alligator will always eat the bigger number. So for instance, let's work out what this is for all 4 of them. 2 times 8, which is 16. 16 minus 3 is 13. Between 13 and 14, it looks like that this one seems to be correct. Now, just to make sure, because 14 is bigger than 13, let's have a look at the other ones. 2 times 9 is 18. 18 minus 3 is 15. And 15 is definitely bigger than 14, so the alligator's facing the wrong way, so this is incorrect. 2, remember we've got to start with multiplication first. 2 times 6 is 12. 3 plus 12 is 13. 15. I get 13 from. Sorry, I had a bit of a mind blank there. 6 times 2 is 12. 12 plus 3 is 15. 15, again, is definitely bigger than 14, so the alligator is facing the wrong way. 4 times 4, 16. 16 minus 1 is 15. And again, 15 is definitely bigger than 14. So both of these are incorrect, meaning that that has to be our correct solution. Okay, so remember the alligator faces the biggest number. Again, we'll try it with these ones here. 4 times 11 is 44. Remember, I'm taking into consideration my BidMath rules. 4 times 11 is 44. 44 plus 4 is 48. And 48 is definitely not bigger than 50, so the alligator is facing the wrong way. 4 times 12 first, which is 48. 48 plus 4 is 52. And 52 is bigger than 50. Let's just double check, make sure. 5 times 11 is 55. 55 minus 4 is 51. And that 51, that alligator's facing the 50, which is incorrect, so it can't be that one. 4 times 11 is 44. 44 plus 5 is 49. And 49 is definitely not bigger than 50. Alligator's facing the wrong way, so that must be the solution. So remember, alligator just faces the biggest number, but you have to multitask and try to figure out what the left-hand side is equal to first to determine whether the alligator or the sign is facing the right way. That concludes the skill. Go ahead and attempt it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.